He like pushed me and I fell to the ground.
I repeat, just because somebody takes years to come out with their truth doesn't mean that it's not true. Okay, so today we all saw the heartbreaking footage of Diddy putting his hands on Cassie. And with this situation being brought back up, some stories and videos are resurfacing. And one particular thing is this story about Diddy and his ex, Virginia V. Now, a few years ago, she told her story about what Diddy allegedly did to her. And I think at that time, a lot of people didn't believe her. But now this story takes on a whole new meaning after we saw that Cassie video. I want to warn you guys, this is a very graphic story. So, just prepare yourself. All right, y'all ready? Let's get into this.
Caught me texting another man. We was in Miami. It got really crazy that time. We was upstairs and he had like, we were in his closet and he like pushed me and I fell to, caught me texting another man. We was in Miami. It got really crazy that time. We was upstairs and he had like, we were in his closet and he like pushed me and I fell to the ground and then he like stood over me. So I was like laying on my back and he stood over me and he started like punching me like this. Like he avoided my face, but he like started punching me like on the side of my head and I was just like covering my face. And then after he got done doing that, he like stomped on my stomach like really hard and I like took the wind out of my breath. I couldn't breathe and he kept hitting me and I was like pleading to him like, can you stop? I can't breathe. And he like stopped for a little bit. He like grabbed my hair from the back and like was like punching the back of my head. Cause he was just avoiding my face when he was like hitting me.
Now, the most shocking part about this story is that when Diddy allegedly stomped on Virginia, she was pregnant. I keep telling y'all today was a sad day. I think every time we hear stories like this, I get reminded of what Cat Williams said. This year is the year of exposure. Everything is coming out. I think he even mentioned Diddy when he gave this little speech on Shannon Sharp. He said it don't matter if you Diddy or anybody else. Everything is coming out. To even just imagine this happening to your sister, your loved one, your mother, your daughter, it's horrific. Now, like I said, at the time, a lot of people didn't believe Virginia. When she was giving this interview, I think she gave this interview on Tasha K. I think a lot of people were paying attention to her body language. And I think they felt like she didn't seem sad enough. But I will say, you can never just go by somebody's facial expression and let that be the determination of whether or not they're telling the truth. Same thing with Cassie, right? I keep going back to how long Cassie took to tell her story. And it's a true testament that, everybody in the world can put their time limit on something, but just because somebody comes out years later to tell their truth doesn't mean that it's not true. I repeat, just because somebody takes years to come out with their truth doesn't mean that it's not true. I know I went through something personally in my life, and I won't get too deep, but, I always tell my parents it didn't bother me until I got older. It happened when I was young, but I never really spoke on it until I got older. And so I could always sympathize to that part of Cassie's story even before we saw the video, because I was like, okay, I can understand how sometimes it takes time for you to talk about things that happened to you that were traumatic, right? And so this whole thing is just getting busted wide open. No Diddy. And we gonna have more to come, I'm sure. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments, all right?